the pass rush in the past 2 days. What do you think was the biggest, or not 2 days, 2 games? What do you think was the biggest lesson learned over the bye week that has allowed y'all to turn the corner and be consistent with it?
I think just confidence. Those guys are confident in their abilities and confidence in the plan, confidence in the scheme, confidence in each other. Because those guys are really, working off each other. One guy goes left, the other guy goes right. Contain the quarterback in the pocket, getting push up the middle. I think just confidence in the overall, pass rushing scheme has got those guys really clicking, and then confidence in their abilities. And I think that, obviously a confident football player is the best football player for themselves. So I think they're starting to believe that that dam's starting to crack. And I think it's 9 sacks over the last couple of games. And I'm excited for see what they do to build upon that as these next 4 games, guaranteed games, go on.
Thank you.
Else? All right.
Hey Nate, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
Good, man. I guess obviously it's been a tough stretch for you all the last 4 games. I was just wondering, from your experience and your perspective, like what do you think is the main thing different now compared to the first 9 games when you guys were rolling pretty good?
I think just we haven't played in these last 4 games of lose streak. I don't think we've played complementary football. I don't think when the offense is clicking, we haven't built on the momentum with defense. When the defense is clicking, maybe special teams has a lapse. I just don't think that we've put those a complete game together. And there's moments and there's spurts where we splash and we look awesome. And I think that we just got to take a deeper look into ourselves and obviously defense, focus on defense, and getting back to the details and going back to not the drawing board, because we trust in our plan and our routine and the way we handle our business. Just getting back to Atlanta Falcons football like we were in the beginning of the year, and that's getting back to that identity and that brand that we were playing in the first half of the season.
All right, we'll go with Zach.
And what have you seen over the last month and a half that gives you confidence this team can turn it around?
Like I was saying, some of those splash moments where last week our defense has a pretty standout performance, and we have that capability of shutting teams down, shutting down the run game, getting off the field on 3rd down, and then obviously tremendous confidence in our offense and Kirk Cousins and the offensive weapons we have, Bijan, Drake, Mooney. And you can see the kind of things that they can get done each and every week, which they do. And, the explosive plays and really methodically working the ball down the field. I think that, the past is the past and the history speaks for itself. And, there's good and bad in each games. Even when you win, there's good and bad in each games. But I think that you can see at some points in the game that we are, we're a playoff caliber team, obviously, and we got those pieces, we got those tools, and the evidence speaks for itself. It's nothing I'm making up. The film doesn't lie, and the evidence is in that film. I think we just need to be more consistent on that front.
We'll go back to Mark.
Nate, you and Kirk are obviously neighbors, in the locker room, and it's been a particularly rough stretch for him. What are those conversations like, and kind of what do you have to do with a teammate to kind of help him, kind of not really regain his confidence, but just kind of keep him, upbeat?
Yeah, I mean, Kirk knows that we believe in him wholeheartly, and he's our leader, and he has to wear that burden, and with obviously the saying goes, with great responsibility, or yeah, however that saying goes, with and he knows that, and he gets that, and I think it's something he embraces and something that honestly makes him play better. He kind of put that instinct on him, you that fight or flight, and I think he does a great job. Obviously, this is the NFL, and not everything's going to go your way at all times. But Kirk has, the trust and the confidence of the team, and I think he knows that. So just remind me of that, and you know, he's a super faithful guy, and so we talk about, you know, trusting the Lord's plan, and I think that gives him peace and me peace as well, being a believer. And I think that it's a stepping stone and a confidence based on that, you know, it's going to be all right no matter what goes down, and that, you know, the team's behind him no matter what.
All right, we'll go with Will next.
Yeah, hey Nate. Only one turnover forced by the defense for the last 5 games. Where does that rank on the list of priorities for you all over the final 4 games?
It is number one. You know, the ball is the most important thing in this league, and turnover margin drastically impacts win percentage, and we need to get back on the, you know, the positive side of that column. It's an emphasis each and every week. It's something we work as a whole defense before anything else. Each week, you know, we warm up and we go straight to takeover drills or turnover drills, and along with pass rush, that stopping the run, those are our top 3, and I honestly would put the ball up there at number 1 just because of how important it is and how it can impact and change games.
I guess just wanted to gauge, you know, from you as one of the leaders of the team, kind of what the vibe is right now. Obviously, it's been a rough stretch. What's the mood right now with you guys?
Yeah, obviously not happy or satisfied with where we're at, but then also still ultimate belief in what we're doing and everything that we have going on, and everything is still in front of us. And so just a really important week this week, and being ready to go, but there's 100% belief in one another and belief in what we're doing.
Daniel?
Yeah, kind of on that. I want to say it was Mooney mentioned that he kind of feels like there's like a loss of swagger. How does one approach trying to regain swagger?
Yeah, I think it just starts with having success, and part of that is stripping everything down to the fundamentals of what you're working on and what your role and responsibility is, and doing your job. And when you start either pressing or trying to do stuff out of what you're supposed to do, then, you know, it just compounds. And so I think a lot of it is just really focusing in on my job and responsibility, and then also just having fun and loving guys. I mean, we have pretty phenomenal people, and I'm very, you know, thankful that there's great guys. And so just having fun with one another, and having fun watching other people have success, and then all of that just naturally builds.
Zach Klein?
I think Kirk has forgotten to play the position, right? You look at his success early and then what's gone on in the last month and a half. So how much of that do you think is mental, my friend? And what can you do to kind of support him and try to get him out of that mental funk, what appears from the outside, knowing that, you know, he's proven to be the quarterback we've all seen?
Yeah, Kirk is phenomenal. He's been the same guy all season. And was tremendous with us yesterday, and tremendous in his preparation and the way he goes about it. And I'm thankful that he's here to help us, and he's been a phenomenal teammate this year. And the things he's able to do for us as a line, setting protection, making us right on things, and the way he communicates with guys, you know, we're thankful, and he's been great.
A quick follow-up. Do you think he's pressing?
No, not at all. Kirk is the same guy that he was day one, and the same guy that he is, you know, today. And we haven't had the success as a team. And, you know, you always look of how can I do my job better to help the people around us. And so for me and us up front is to make sure that he has a clean pocket, and in the run game and stuff like that, to make sure we're communicated, that, you know, take as much off of his plate, and really everybody else. And so I think, kind of talking earlier to Daniel's thing, is just taking responsibility in what we're doing. And so for us as O-linemen is just doing the basic fundamentals.
Thank you.
Karen?
Hi, Chris. On a positive note, what has it been like watching Bijan Robinson have the season he's had, knowing that he set these goals for himself to be involved more as a runner, but also in the passing game, and it's coming to fruition now?
Yeah, I can't speak highly enough of Bijan and the runs that he's able to make, the plays he's able to make. also the ball security that he has while he's doing that is special. And there's no better feeling than watching him make a guy miss, or pressing his runs and finishing, and he makes guys miss, and it's unbelievable. And then when you're able to watch the film and pass protection, it'd be hard pressed to find a guy who's more selfless than him and what he's doing, fitting in the A gap, fitting wherever he's needed. And it goes back to what I said earlier about Kirk getting us on the right page. And they presented a lot of looks yesterday of zero pressure, showing 8 guys, picks and movements, and Bijan made us right on a lot of things, and he did his job. And what's great about him is the relationship that we're able to have with him and Tyler, on a personal level, and then just pride and joy of what we get to do and our shared responsibilities. And so always trying to help each other, in those pass looks. I understand, if I can help Bijan here when, just with my spacing, and the same thing, he helps us in a lot of ways. So I can't speak highly enough of him, and couldn't be happier for somebody having the success he's having.
And a quick follow-up on that. How have you seen him grow as a leader specifically in his second season?
Just, the small moments where, if we need to get a conversion, or, things aren't going right, he's the first guy there to come pick everybody up. Same thing in practice. You just focused on, it's not just another Wednesday to him. It's a day to get better. It's a day to grow. And, he takes a lot of pride in what we do as an offense. And him and Tyler are so tied into offensive line, of what we do. They're down there. We have periods where we're in there together, and it's not, taken for granted. He's going through the motions. Like, he is very, very dialed, both him and Tyler, on what we're doing. And so when we have that, shared commitment to one another, when you see that success that he's having, it couldn't make you happier.
Thanks, Chris.
Will?
Yeah, hey Chris. Just wanted to see if you could walk me through kind of the team's recent red zone performances from your perspective, and kind of the role that penalties have also played down there for y'all.
Yeah, you obviously want to eliminate penalties. That's the first thing, to shooting yourself in the foot and getting out of there. And we understand we need to be better. I think we were 2 for 5 in the red zone yesterday, and we do such a good job getting down there, but then definitely have to finish. And so communication aspect, make sure everything's correct, and then in the same thing, straining and finding a balance between getting a hold where you're just trying to finish blocks. And it's one of the great things that we have so many guys playing so hard, while also, not putting ourselves in jeopardy.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Charles?
Hey, you opened talking about maintaining the ultimate belief and including believing in what's having everything still in front of you. How important in that regard is playing in the NFC South and helping you guys to know that maybe you're one win away from being back in first place?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely has a part in it, is that, we're right in this thing, and it's not, we're in control of it. And guys believe in that. And even there's belief in the organization, even if we were 2 games behind, and there's belief because we've done it all, we've done it this season. There's belief in Kirk, there's belief in the run game, there's belief in the skill guys, and from everything that Raheem preaches. And so we're just really excited for the opportunity to go out and attack this week versus the Raiders.